and that is the whole thing. But and that's what's so important, because we all have got to come to the path, and these are the things we don't do. You see my point? And what I'm trying to say, okay, we don't have to pretend. We're not going to beat up on each other. You're not going to be even human being. But I'm saying, just be clear, just be honest with yourself. For God's sake, for once in your life, be honest with yourself. Don't bullshit yourself about it. You see what I'm saying? You know, if you're not going to do it, then why get involved with it? You know. And for those of us who have been initiated and who have been given a technology for meditation, then we're going to have to look at it clearly. You see, and we're going to have to come to some point in life, and we're going to have to make a real conscious decision. Am I going to do this thing, or am I not going to do this thing? Am I going to go on postponing, making up all of these bullshit excuses? You see what I'm saying? Because they're just bullshit, really. You see, am I going to make everything so more important than my own spiritual salvation? You see, I have to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, I got to do that. All of this can be done. It doesn't mean that, why should all of that, what do that have to do with meditation? Why is your grocery shopping interfering with your meditation? I don't understand that. How does your college education interfere with your meditation? There's no connection between the two. You understand? Why? How is your job? You're only there 8 hours. How is that interfering? You see my point?
Yeah, I think I can explain how it's interfering.
Yes, that's right.
So I would say that it's interfering because without the meditation, it's a continuation of the confusion. Yeah. So you're overwhelmed by college courses. You're overwhelmed by having to go grocery shopping. You're overwhelmed by the job as you begin to practice the meditation. And for persons who have, the confusion is lessened. So it's easier to study for college. It's easier to make your shopping list.
Sure. That's exactly what you will discover if you can hold on to your meditation and not panic. Right? Most of us panic. And the first thing that we cut out of our life is our meditation. Isn't that interesting? That's the first thing to go. You don't watch less TV. No way. You see what I'm saying? Your TV schedule stays right on pace, right? The first thing you do is you cut out your meditation. And that is because you have not really established a real relationship even to your meditation. Because, again, you are going to relate to your meditational practices the same way you're relating in all of your relationships. Now, even when you go into college, you didn't learn nothing. You just faked it. You just went to class, took notes, got enough information to pass the test, but you emerged from your respective major fundamentally ignorant. Now, you got a degree in social science or psychology, and you don't know nothing about it. So the way that you have related to these things is the same way that you're going to relate to your meditation. You understand what I'm saying? Do you all follow what I'm saying? Why I am suggesting that it's so important for you to take a moment and look into how you are in relationship to things and see what kind of mind you actually got on your hand. Because that is the same thing that's going to be involved in your relationship to the Guru and to the path and to the teachings and to your meditation. And if you have not been sincere in any of these other relationships, what in the world made you think you're going to be sincere with your meditation? Don't play no games with yourself. You see, you're going to find every excuse in the world because you've been doing, that's how you are. In all of your relationships, you have simply been finding an excuse to avoid doing what is necessary. You have done it across the board.
So here's the question. So if that's the case, then how does one stop in any one part or any one relationship and become the type of person that can stop recoiling?
Yes.
Or stop avoiding?
First, to see it. Just in that seeing it, the desire to become free. In fact, that's the beauty. When you really see clearly for the first time, really the nature of your own mind, it motivates you. That's what makes you a good disciple. That kind of, when a person's got a glimpse of his mind, and now when they come to the master, now they ain't playing no game. You understand? They see, I'm in bad shape. You understand? I'm messed up. You see what I'm saying? But it's a real sin. It ain't no false humility. You understand? They're not doing one of those humble acts. It had nothing to do with that. They really seeing, I'm in bad shape. Now, I'm seriously hurt. It's like when you go to a doctor. You see what I'm saying? If you're really, really sick, you ain't playing. You're answering every question the doctor asks. You ain't worried about his feet. You ain't worried about nothing, right? Because you're in some tremendous pain. Well, when you have looked into your relationships and you have really seen how your mind is, then, and see how that has all contributed to your suffering, your misery. You know, it don't take a little seeing, but that's all right. You can see because you have eyes. That's the beauty. God has endowed each of us with intelligence. I advocate, let's use our intelligence. Ain't nothing going to replace our intelligence, folks. All I'm calling for is let's put our intelligence to use. Let's turn it on ourselves. Is that so radical?
So what do you do, Bhagwan, when you know what your situation is? When you don't have, it doesn't take the guru to tell you.
When you have that much insight, right?
Yeah.
Then you come, you get initiation, and you work hard on that day and night. That's what you get initiation, and you get your, and you work very, very hard. Very, very hard. That's what you will do. That's exactly what you will do. You see? And it's a whole different quality. It's a whole different quality. It's a whole different quality. Right? Because now you're on purpose now. You're very, very focused. You know, there's no planning. You see what I'm saying? You're very much centered. You know what your problem is. You see? And you're working on yourself. We call that working on yourself sadhana. Now you're into your sadhana. Now does that mean that overnight you change? No. You see? Because it may take a lot of work.
Right.
We're pretty messed up. Right? But we do not get discouraged. We do not give up. We bang away. We bang away. We bang away. Because we know we don't have no option. Don't give it up. Because we messed up. I've had enough of that. You see, I've looked and seen that I had enough of this avoidance of relationship. I've had enough of this nonsense. You know, I've had enough. I'm ready to change. I'm ready to go through a revolution. You know, I'm in rebellion. I'm ready to transcend this whole nonsense. Right? I'm trying to get straight. And that's what the guru does. The guru function is to straighten us out. Straighten you out. But we know that unless you are cooperating in this straightening out process, nothing can happen, right? You must be cooperative, right? And any kind of straightening out is going to be painful, isn't it? I mean, it's going to be painful by definition. But the guru is trying to straighten you out. And now when we go to a doctor, right, and we all mangled and injured, it's not that the things the doctor do to help us doesn't hurt us. Hell, that stuff hurts, right? But the doctor say, now this, I'm going to give you a shot, this is going to hurt. I don't say don't give me the shot. I said thank you for warning me that it's going to hurt, and I grab on, right? Sometimes doctors say bite down, you know, bite down. I got to do this to you, you know. It's like that, you see. But we realize that I have got to straighten myself out. I got to get straight. And you want to deal with someone that is, and essentially all the guru is someone that's going to help you really get straight. And the emphasis is help you. Not going to straighten you out without you doing anything. They don't work like that. No Messiah. No Messiah. Right? You have to do all the work. All of it. You see? The guru is just your hired hand. Going to be right there. Right? He's going to tell you the truth. And that's refreshing. Because most people don't tell you no truth at all. Most of the people you're in relationship with are not telling you the truth, nor are you telling them the truth. That's the kind of relationship y'all got. You understand? No truth. Nobody tell each other the truth. Just all bullshit. You see what I'm saying? It's all bullshit. Right? And with the guru, you're going to get a relationship that this is the truth. Right? Don't take it personal. Right? And it's good to have somebody that will tell us the truth, right? That we don't have to take it personally. That's what friendship is about. Have you noticed that people that tell you the truth, that know you a little bit, these people become your friends, though. And friends argue and fight, I mean, but they don't ever lose that thing, right? Same thing. But we all need somebody that has enough concern about us to tell us the truth, to be in a real relationship with us, right? Other people are not going to tell you the truth because that may involve interfere with them, their ability to exploit you. Because remember, just as they are gratification for you, you are gratification for them. You understand? Why should it be any different? You know, you're insincere on your side, and they are also insincere on their side. That's how it is. It is nothing going on but deceit and deception. I said almost something in time. That's how it is for us. So we voluntarily and consciously enter into this process of being straightened out. And the more you are able to see your true condition, and that's why I'm putting all this emphasis on this up front, this front end loading. Because the extent to which you are able to see the reality of the real state of your mind, to that same extent you will be committed and devoted to your spiritual practice. Not by heralding. Not too much clarity about the real nature of your condition, and you're not going to get much practice. You're not going to do much devotion. Even if you receive initiation, you get the instruction, you're not going to do anything with it. Because there's no emotional or psychological or ground of intelligence supporting your solitude. Do you understand me? You understand? I mean, sometimes I wonder, is this clear? Your meditation has to be rooted in your intelligence. Your intelligence. You gotta not abdicate your intelligence. You mustn't shut down your intelligence and replace it with no blind faith. Because blind faith ain't gonna get it. You must remain intelligent and alert at all times in order to benefit from a movement of the path. You really must. And if you shut down your intelligence at all, then you're not going to be able to follow the master. There will be no foundation for following the master because you've shut down your intelligence. And remember, I said intelligence arises when you look and get a glimpse of the reflection of the state of your mind and your relationships. That's what I'm calling intelligence. I'm not talking about what you read in books. That's secondary. I'm talking about get some direct intelligence about who you are. It is such a profound thing that even if you spent 10, 15 years collecting this insight, it's not time. It really is. I want you to be very, very clear on the true nature of your condition. And I want you to see. You see. It's important for you to see where you're at. And to do that, simply look in your relationship. Look at the relationships you got now. You don't even have to go back in the past. You just can look at what's going on now, and you're going to see something. Right? And in this seeing, brother, it will create in you this, awareness that now will automatically produce that what we call that bhakti, that devotion, that movement. That will create a secret. You see what I'm saying? And it'll be solid. I mean, very solid. It's not compromised. It's the kind of stuff that the Buddhas are made out of. Because Buddha looked in his life and he saw something. Now here's a prince of a kingdom with all the money, all the power, all the stuff you trying to get, the Buddha had. You see what I'm saying? All of it. In excess. And he looked into that and he saw the reality, right? And he dropped it off. He left the palace. You know what I mean? And of course became the historical Buddha as a result of that insight. You see, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, went up into the caves. You understand? He had saw already. He understood. Right? Moses, look at any of these people. They saw something, didn't they? What did they see that made them a Buddha, a Moses, What made them so serious? Because your problem is you can't get serious. Why? Because you can't see nothing. And why don't you see nothing? You have not looked. No one has really told you and pulled your coat and said, look at yourself. No one has really said, look in your life. Look at it. Right? I'm telling you to look in your life. You don't have to worry about getting serious on the past if you look in your life. If you don't look in your life, then the guru is just going to have a hard time. You see what I'm saying? He's going to have to call your house. Is you up today? Or when you get up and do your meditation today, don't use that drug. Don't drink that alcohol. He's just going to have to work, or she's going to have to work themselves to death. Right?
But that's
So
not the job of
that ain't even a guru job. Right. So that's why I'm saying we need to look, though. Just look. Now when we come back, we can talk more. You see, let's take a little break, you see, and we'll come back, let's say in 10 minutes. We won't waste much time.